one of the big things that we've talked about in the show is in regards to the run game, right, is when a running back has 8 carries, 7 carries, and then you go away from the run game. Then you come back to him in the fourth quarter. He doesn't really get to a rhythm. And we've talked about that with Andy Reid kind of going away from the run sometimes in the second half. But the one thing that everyone's bringing up now with the receivers is the fact that we have kind of a 7-man rotation at receivers. There's not like a fixture of 3 or 4 guys who are in there at all times. It's 7 guys kind of rotating. And one of the things that's kind of been talked about is the kind of lack of a rhythm for receivers. And that's something you don't usually hear about. You usually hear about the lack of a rhythm with the running back getting touches or getting carries. Do you kind of see that as far as,
Well, first of all, I'll try to answer the question for you. You have a number 1 receiver, right? You have a number 2 receiver. You have a number 3 receiver. If one of those guys run down the field 2 or 3 times, he needs a break. Yeah. But other than that, you stay in the game. I see guys, tapping out. I see running backs tapping out.
Yeah.
You can't tap out. The great ones don't tap out. And so most of the time you dress 5 receivers in the league, and 2 of them's got to play special teams.
That's right.
But the other 3, they got to play. Again, 8 play drive, so what? 9 play drive, okay. But that's why in practice, I hope I can answer this question for you. We never ran sprints after practice as receivers. And I coached receivers in the league for 17 years. And then some other places, the USFL and XFL, we never run after practice. Why do you think that is? Because we don't run in practice.
That's right.
Every pass we catch, we're going to go 30, 40 yards down the field. You got to come back, yeah. But you run continuously, nonstop. And so when the game comes, it's easy. There's no tapping out. I just see guys tap out, and it's just, hold on. Running backs, you ran 2 or 3 plays. And I coach running backs too. And I said, this is your series. Go.
Yeah.
That's your series. Next series, all right, you up. All right. Now, next year, he's back up. Now, if a guy gets tired on a long drive, he wants to tap out, yeah, okay, that's fine. You guys handle that. But no, this is your series. 2 or 3 plays, no tapping out, no. Now, I know in the NFL you got a 3rd down back. They say to come in for the passing game, and I get that. But back in the day, we didn't have a 3rd down back.
No.
You do now. But A-Chain, I think he can run the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down.
Yeah.
I think the guy, Swift. I like your guy, McKinnon. I love, yes. But I also really love the kid from Rutgers. Is it Rutgers or Temple?
Yep. Rutgers. Yeah, Pacheco.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Rutgers.
That guy, I love him because here's a guy that's a quarterback, that's a running back. And to watch him play and the things that he does is just – but I know why, McKinney is a talented player. I get that one now. Mm-hmm. And the other guy from LSU, I know he came in as a rookie and did a lot of good things. But, again, hey, you're going to play your horses. I coached running backs at Florida. University of Florida. I had 4 first-round draft choices. Yeah, Neil Anderson, John L. Williams, Lorenzo Hampton, and Emmitt Smith. And when I got the job, the coach asked me, he said, how you going to coach these thoroughbreds? I said, da. He said, oh, bull crap. He said, you get them to the gate and you let them run.
That's right.
So during the week, I made sure they knew what to do, how to do it. And then on game day, let them go. And man, did they go. Wow. So to answer your question is that I get it, but after a while, you get in the playoffs. Are you going to play 7 guys? Or are you going to play the main guys?
Better be your main guys.
Yep.
I mean, you got to play your horses. If somebody goes down, yeah, but that guy, the thing about backups, okay, Gary Kubiak, he loves telling this story. He had the greatest job in the world, backing up John Elway.
Oh, yeah.
When John Elway went down, he went and played well. Emmitt Smith, I coached Emmitt Smith, right? I coached 3 of Emmitt Smith's backups. 3. I coached Kirvin Richards, who played at Pitt for me, Emmitt's backup. I coached Derek Lassick at Alabama, who played for me, Emmitt's backup. And I coached Sherman Williams at Alabama, Emmitt's backup. The greatest job in America is to back up Emmitt. The greatest job.
Right.
When you get a chance, don't fumble the ball. Just do what you're supposed to do. You know, when I die and come back, you know what I want to do?
What?
I want to be the catcher that warms up the pitcher. That's the greatest job in the world. I want to come back as a defensive line coach.
What are you really coaching? What are you doing? You know, you let these guys go. Let them go. Leave ball, get ball. That's what you need to do. How about that? Okay.
I hope I answered your question, but, you know, like I said, you get to the playoffs. I mean, I know when the first Super Bowl we won, they said after the last season, they said, all right, you can see a different practice, different. The atmosphere was totally different. I mean, just unbelievable how these guys prepared. And it was easy. It was easy.
And you know this also, too. It don't matter how much money you're making. If you're not getting the job done, they're going to put the guy out there who's doing the job, who's making the plays. We had a guy, Justin Watson, that got 11 targets in the game. Rashid Rice, who was our workhorse, we got in. And, obviously, Rashid deserves that. He's putting in the time and effort. He's been making plays. That was a little lopsided. And so I think because of the Chiefs, how they do things a little bit differently, and everybody's interchangeable. That's how it works with the Chiefs, right? I say it's more of a small man offense, okay? Because if you look at their, the body type, what they're looking for, a lot of jet sweeps, a lot of motions, fit into windows and holes. It's not the big J.J. Stokes or Terrell Owens that you see as a receiver in Kansas City. It's just not. You got the smaller guys that they like, which is fine. But I do believe there is something with that as far as like in the rotation of the game, you got to have your core guys in the game playing. I never understood it either. You could not get a veteran to tap out. He wouldn't want to come out of the game. He'll wave you off. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Now I'll come, and you almost had to go out there and go grab him, coach, right? I mean,
I got. Go ahead. I got another story to tell you.
Sometimes you got to go out there and say, man, just take a break real quick. Just one snap. I just need you for a second, okay? I just need you just to tell you something, all right? But go ahead. Yeah.
All right. My last story. I know I've got a bunch of stories. I'm coaching at University of Florida, and Emmitt's a freshman, and we're playing Miami, and Emmitt's pulling on my pants. Coach, put me in. Just hold on, Coach. I'm trying to let the guy, it's been there. And waited his turn. So we lose that game like 34-7. Emmitt rushed 5 times for 20 yards. The next week we playing at home. And the kickoff tours, and we drive and we got a first down, and I put Emmitt in the ball game. And the running back did this. He said, get out. No, I ain't coming out. Emmitt ran back off the field. I said, what's up? He said, he wouldn't come out. I said, next play, get in there. The guy came off the field. Emmitt touched the ball, went 64 touchdown. Finished the day like 15 carries, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. The next week, we played the University of Alabama with with Thomas and Bennett and all those guys, I think it was. And he starts a true freshman, rushed like 32 times, 195 yards, a couple of touchdowns. We beat Alabama, who just beat Penn State. That's how Emmitt got. And from then on, he didn't leave the field. But I'm just saying, all of a sudden, those guys, want to tap out. The guy didn't. He knew if he came out of the ball game and Emmitt got in the game, it was over.
That's right. Yeah. It
was over. And true enough, it's a great story. But the guy ended up playing in the league too.
Okay.
But it's just amazing that hey, if you got it, you got it, and then you got to do it. You got to show it.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.